Welcome to What's New Andrew. In today's video, we're going to take a look at how to set up an always-on VPN connection from OPNsense out to a VPN provider. For this example, we're going to be using Mullvad as our VPN provider. Mullvad offers a strict no logs policy, anonymous account creation, and advanced encryption. It's easy to set up, has a flat monthly rate, and works seamlessly across all of your devices. And just to be clear, this video is not sponsored in any way by Mullvad. So if this sounds useful, let's jump right in. Okay, we're going to start things out within OPNsense. This is our OPNsense dashboard. I took out a bunch of the widgets and just added a few that we were be interested with this setup. I have the gateways widget set up. We're going to create a new gateway for our connection to Mullvad. We've got our WireGuard set up where we'll actually have our WireGuard tunnels show up here so we can see the status of those. And then we have our LAN and WAN connections, which are actual interfaces within this firewall. And if you notice, my WAN connection is just a local IP address. That's because it's just a virtual machine that I have running to demo all this. If you're interested in setting your OPNsense up as a virtual machine, I've got another video that you can follow on that that'll walk you step by step on how to do that as well. So within this, we've got a few steps that we need to do. We need to set up our WireGuard connection out to Mullvad. We then need to create a new interface, a new gateway, and then set up some NAT rules and some firewall rules. Sounds like a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna walk you through all of it so it won't be a problem at all. So let's start things out. We're gonna actually go over to Mullvad here, and we're gonna click on this, and you'll see with our connection check, we can refresh it here just to double check. It'll check and show that we are not connected to Mullvad at all. We are not using their DNS servers. None of that is working. So what we're going to do is we're going to change it so that when we refresh this, it'll all be green once we have our VPN connection. So let's go over to Mullvad, and within your account, once you log in, you can go to the WireGuard configuration here on the left. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a configuration file with all the details we need. So we're going to generate a new public key. And so that's the public key. You can go ahead and save that off to the side. And then down here, we're going to start to set up where we want our Mullvad connection to go to. You can select whatever you want. I am going to just go with USA for this example. I'm going to select Ashburn, Virginia, because it's the first in the list. And then you've got a list of servers you can pick from. Now you can choose whichever one you want. And there's details that are out there on their site that kind of give you a little more detail about what each of the servers are. But for the most part, they're all basically the same. And so I'm going to go ahead and just select this one here, which is 101. And then within advanced settings, if we scroll down here, I'm going to select only IPv4 because we're just going to run this over IPv4. So all of our traffic will go through it. We're going to leave the port the same, the default port. I'm not going to actually do anything here with the content blocking of ads or trackers, but if you wanted to, you could select these and it'll add that to the configuration file. So now we're going to hit download the file. And so it's downloaded our configuration file. And now that we've got that, we're going to open that up and go back to our OPNsense instance, and we're going to set things up. Okay, back over at OPNsense on our dashboard, we're going to actually go over and start to set up our connection out to Mullvad. So let's go to our VPN, and then we'll go to WireGuard, and we'll select peers. If you select instances, that's fine. You can just select the tab. We're going to set up the peer first, and then we're going to use that when we set up our instance to use that peer to connect to Mullvad. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to say plus here to add a new one. And now you need to get the details from that configuration file that you downloaded. So you'll have all this information here. The name I'm just going to give it the name of the server, which was given to us from Mullvad. Then we need to get the public key, which is listed right here. We'll grab this whole public key, and then we will paste it in here to the public key section. The allowed IP addresses, we won't allow everything to connect to this. Now, this is not external IP addresses. This is internal to your network. So we're just going to say 0.0.0.0/0, which means anybody on the local network can use this connection. The endpoint address is also in that configuration file. So we'll go over here and we'll grab this right here and we'll copy that. And then the endpoint port, unless you changed it, it's going to be 51820. And then I like to keep a keep alive interval set. I just set that to 25 seconds. It's whatever you want to. Now to just kind of help keep that tunnel connected. So we'll say save, and we've created our peer. Now let's go over to our instance, and we're going to set that up so that we can use the peer to connect to Mullvad. Okay, so to set up our instance, again, we just click the add button here. We give it a name. I'm just going to call this Mullvad _VA for Virginia, since that's where that one's located. The public key, we're going to go ahead and skip that, but we need the private key, and the private key is going to be in your configuration file that you downloaded. So we'll want to go ahead and copy that whole section there and put it in the private key. The listen port, just like before, unless you change it, 51820. And then the tunnel address that we use is also in that configuration file. So that's this address here. It's going to be different for yours if you chose a different server. If you happen to choose the same server, then it should be the same. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. We're not going to do anything with the cart, but then the peers, we need to go in and select that one that we just set up. So you should see it in the list there. And then we also want to check this. So make sure you say disable routes, because we don't want any new routes set up in the route table. Otherwise, this won't work as intended. So we'll go ahead and say disable routes there, hit save. And now that we've got both of those in there, we're going to check enable WireGuard and hit apply. And once that's done, we should be able to go over here to status, and we can see send and receive. Now, if you just see send bytes and you don't have anything in receive, if it's 0 or nothing there, then your connection's not established. So you need to double check your configurations and make sure everything's set up. So now that we've got this set, we're ready to move on to the next step, which is to set up the interfaces and then the gateway and ultimately the NAT rules and the firewall rules. So we'll do that now. Okay, the first thing we're going to do now that we've gotten our VPN connection up and running is we're going to set up a new interface. So you go up to interfaces and to assignments, and you should see a WireGuard device show up in your list here. Go ahead and select that. If it's not selected in the drop down, find it. And we're going to go ahead and just call this Mullvad. I'm going to call it Mullvad VPN. You can call it whatever works for you. I'm just going to call it that. And now it shows up in the list up here. Now the thing you want to make sure that you do is go into it and enable this interface, because if you don't enable the interface, then it's not going to do anything. So make sure you do that, hit save, and then apply those changes. And now you've got that interface up and running and ready to go. It'll take a few moments for it to finish applying the changes. And we'll look at our assignments. And now we have our LAN that was originally there, our WAN, and the new interface that we just connected. So now we need to use that interface and connect a gateway to it. And that's what all the traffic will route out over the internet for. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to create a new gateway. Okay, to create our gateway, we'll go up to System, Configuration, not Configuration, Gateways, and then we'll go to Configuration under Gateways. And now off to the right here, you may have other gateways there. You may not have all these, but it's fine. All we need to do is just add a new one. So we're going to create a new one. I'm going to call this one Mullvad WGGW. And that, for me, that just means Mullvad WireGuard Gateway. And you can give it a description if you want. We'll just call it Mullvad VPN Gateway. The interface that we want to use, if you remember, we just created it. So we're going to select the one that we just created, which is Mullvad VPN. If you don't see it in the list, go back to the last step. Make sure you enabled it. Make sure it's all set up correct. We're going to leave this on IPv4, and then we need to get the IP address for this. So that's again in the configuration file that we had. The one that's called DNS here, that's actually going to be the gateway address that you need for this. So we're going to put that one in there, 10.64.0.1. We're going to leave everything else the same. If you want to put a monitor IP address in there, you can. We can even put the same IP address, so just check that it's connected. We'll hit save, and now we hit apply. All right, and now if we go back over to our lobby, we're going to see how things have changed. So we got a few things here. I'm going to make it a little bit larger so that we can actually see what's going on there. Actually, I think I have to edit it first. So let's go in here. We'll make this a little bit larger. if it'll stay. There we go. And then over here, we're going to edit this one, and we're going to actually tell it to also show that new gateway. So now if we look, we'll go ahead and save our dashboard. Now, if you remember, we had the WAN gateway before. Now we also have this Mullvad gateway that we just created, and it's actually going to use this Mullvad connection here that we have, which is our VPN connection. And you can see the status of it, that everything's connected, it's green. We also have a new interface here, which is the one we just set up. And so everything's set correctly the way we need to. What we need to do now, though, is route traffic throughout our firewall and ultimately out through the VPN. So let's take a look at how to do that. We need to do 2 steps here. We need to set up some NAT rules for network address translation rules, and we need to set up some firewall rules. So we'll do that now. All right, the first one we're going to do is our firewall NAT rules, which stands for network address translation. So we'll go over to firewall, NAT, and then outbound. And within here, you may have it set up a little bit differently, but by default, it's set to automatic outbound NAT rule generation. So you'll have something similar to this for any of the interfaces that you have. We're going to actually select hybrid, which is going to give us the ability to add a custom rule here at the top. So we'll click on that, and then we'll hit apply changes. And then what we need to do is say add. And what we want to do on the interfaces is there's going to be a drop down for a WireGuard group. So in the drop down for interfaces, change that to WireGuard group. And then you want the source, if I can find where that is, there it is, source address. You want to change that to your LAN or whichever one of the interfaces you want to use to send traffic over. So if you have multiple different LAN connections, select whichever one it is. You can do this for multiple rules for these. So if you have multiple networks, you can do that. But I'm just going to send all of the traffic for the LAN network out over the VPN. And then we'll take a look later at how we can route just specific machines. So let's say log packets. You can do that if you want, but that way you can kind of help if you see any issues, and we'll hit save. And so now we have this group here that's going to have all of the LAN traffic sent out over the WireGuard interface. So we'll say apply changes. And now we need to go in and set the firewall rules. This is going to be the final step to route all of our traffic out over the VPN. So let's take a look at how we do that now. Okay, the firewall rule is pretty easy. All we need to do, again, is go to firewall and then go down to rules in this case. You want to select the interface. Again, we're using our LAN interface. You may have some default rules in here. That's fine. We're going to add a new one. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to say we want everything that's in here defaulted, except at the very bottom. Instead of routing everything out over the default gateway, we're actually going to select the gateway that you just set up, which in our case is the Mullvad WireGuard gateway. So we'll hit save here. And now if you look, it's going to traffic all that traffic over the WireGuard gateway. Just to make sure, since the rules go from top to bottom, we're going to select that rule and we're actually going to move it to the top. So now that's the first one that gets done. So everything is going to route over that network through to the gateway and out over our VPN. So we'll hit apply changes. And now let's take a look and see with WireGuard if we're actually connected. Okay, so over on the Mullvad site, now we can check to see if we're actually connected. So if you look, everything is red from the last time we were here. When we started it, we weren't connected to the VPN. So let's do a refresh now. We can hit refresh. And it should check and finds everything that's connected to it. We are still leaking a DNS service that may just be kind of a timing. There we go. So refresh it again. Everything is running through Mullvad. So if we expand all these, and sometimes it takes a moment for everything to refresh. We're connected to Ashburn, Virginia, which is what we expected. This is the server that we set up when we configured everything. This is the IP address that we're using and the DNS, actually the DNS server that we're using for everything. So everything's exactly as expected. We're connected to the VPN. Now, what this does though is routes all of the traffic on your LAN over to the VPN. However, if you only want a certain number of machines, then we can actually tell it specifically which machines we want to go over that VPN, and we can route the other ones directly over the regular WAN. So let's take a look at how to do that. That's just a change to some of the firewall rules. So we'll look at that right now. Okay, the new rule we're going to set up is we're going to actually set up some aliases. These are aliases for the machines that you have on your network. So I have this machine on here, and I'm going to set up a new alias for it. So if we go over to aliases here, we're going to say plus, and I'm going to call this VPN machines. So this is the list of machines that we're going to send out over the VPN. So I'm going to call it 192.168.1.2. Now that's the IP address of the machine I'm on right now. You could just do a comma separated list of all the machines that you want to send over this this VPN, and we'll hit save. Oh, whoops, I've got to put an underscore there. We're not supposed to put spaces. Hit save. And so now we've got it set up to where we've got an alias. So anything in that alias list, we're going to send over the VPN. So we'll hit apply there, because I can't remember if I just did it or not. We're going to go over to our firewall rules again. So firewall rules and then LAN. And within here, what we're going to change is we're going to edit this right here. And instead of saying that any traffic comes through here, so source, we're going to actually say VPN. So we're going to say VPN machines. So now what it's saying is anything within that VPN list or of machines is going to get sent out over the VPN setting, VPN connection, if I can speak. So now if you look at our list here, it says VPN machines. And if you notice when I mouse over it, it shows 192.168.1.2, which again is the IP address of this machine. And then everything that it does is going to run over the Mullvad gateway. So we'll say apply changes. And we're going to check it again. We'll hit refresh. And you see that it's still connected as we would expect. So let's make a change here. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to change it, and we're going to edit this. And instead of sending it out over the gateway, we're going to send this machine out over the regular default gateway, which is our regular internet connection. So if we apply it now it's saying everything that's on this that's in this list is now going to go over the regular internet, not the VPN. So now if we refresh here, we'll see that everything is red again. So it's that easy to make a change. Again, all we need to do is go in here, change this to our Mullvad, scroll to the bottom, hit save and apply. And now again, everything in this VPN machines is going to go over the VPN. And when we check again, it should all change back to green. So it does. So now you can see how to set up all of your traffic on your entire LAN to go out over the internet through a VPN or just specific machines. It'll work both ways. The one thing you want to keep in mind is that this doesn't have a kill switch in it yet. It's going to automatically default if your VPN is not connected. It's going to automatically fall back to your regular WAN connection. So I'm going to do another video after this on how to set up a kill switch so that if for some reason your VPN connection dies, it will not get to the internet. That way, if you have traffic that you want to purely have going over a VPN, it won't fall back to the WAN connection. So there you go. Now you've got your VPN set up with an always-on connection from your OPNsense instance out to Mullvad. Right now, though, you got to keep in mind this does not have a kill switch set up. So if your VPN goes out for any reason, this will fall back to your regular WAN connection. So that's something to keep in mind. I am going to do a video on how to set up a kill switch with this so that if for any reason the VPN goes offline or disconnects, you'll be able to just lose connection to the internet with any machine. So you may have a reason why you want to have some of those machines purely over a VPN. So we'll take a look at that in a future video. But if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button while you're at it. And if you have any questions, throw them down in the comments section below and I'll see what I can do to help out with it. And I'll see you in the next video.